Thanks for tuning in as we are excited to share our recommendation for elementary and middle school numeracy adoption resources for Fort Wayne Community Schools. The numeracy review and adoption process began in the fall of 2022 when we assembled a committee of volunteers to research, review, create a vision, and ultimately select our numeracy resources. You can see here our timeline for the adoption and review process. This process included researching best practices, reviewing what our data showed us, building on our current assets, and identifying needs to meet our vision that was created by the committee. Based on the request of the committee, we extended the process to include a pilot year. After hosting a family community review night in February, the committee met to come to consensus for adoption. We want to extend an enormous thank you to all teachers, administrators, coaches, and community members who are a part of the adoption process, many of whom went on to pilot in year 2. This committee represents educators from each grade level, teachers of our special populations, coaches, administrators, and a university partner. Their passion for numeracy, authentic instruction, and experiences for our students made the task of selecting materials both exciting and inspiring. We appreciate all their time and dedication to this process. Part of that first year's committee work was creating this numeracy vision statement for Fort Wayne Community Schools based on research, core beliefs, and the North Star for what we want to provide for our students. The numeracy program within Fort Wayne Community Schools will provide all students with a foundation of mathematical concepts and procedural fluency to foster problem solving, critical thinking, and students' cognitive functions. Our students will encounter real-world problems, hands-on learning as teachers maintain and develop a learning environment that is inclusive, equitable, and student-centered. The committees reviewed over 20 publishers between the two levels in year 1. The elementary schools narrowed their original field to pilot 3, iReady, Savvis, and Math and You. A huge thank you goes to all teachers and principals who volunteered to pilot these programs. The elementary committee came to consensus on iReady by Curriculum Associates. Some of the attributes that brought iReady to the top was feedback from staff on the opportunities for differentiation based on data, personalized instruction, opportunities for discourse and metacognition, as well as conceptual and fluency-based learning. All pieces that support Fort Wayne Community Schools' numeracy vision. Please note that both recommendations for adoption are tentative until the state releases the approved STEM materials list expected in May. We want to share some feedback we received from teachers and administrators who are part of this process. Andy Dutton, 3rd grade teacher at Bloomingdale, shared his appreciation for the time to dig in and understand the pilot programs and hear feedback from others. He shares that he was proud to say that this process really involved the teachers who were involved in the selection of our new math program. Angela Fugate, 3rd grade teacher at Kroninger, shared her appreciation for the opportunity to pilot and the meetings to receive feedback. She expressed her excitement for the new adoption and shared she has seen great growth with her students. Rochelle Lofgren, 4th grade teacher at Harrison Hill, appreciated the 2-year process to enable digging into the options and narrowing the strongest contenders, understanding the strengths and weaknesses of each option to make an informed decision. Jennifer Evans, principal at Bloomingdale, shared her enthusiasm for the amount of data to help teachers group students by skill strengths and deficits to determine what should be taught whole group versus small group. She shared that growth is easily measured for both the student and the teacher, and the assessments are predictive in nature, showing how students are progressing toward their end-of-the-year goal. The middle school committee narrowed the original field to pilot 4, iReady, Savvis, Reveal Math, and Carnegie Learning. Again, thank you so much to all teachers and principals who volunteered to pilot these programs. The committee came to consensus to move forward with Reveal Math by McGraw-Hill. Reveal rose to the top with highlights for sparking student curiosity, student-centered learning, building effective math habits, promoting discourse and metacognition, and utilizing data for differentiation as well as personalized instruction. We want to share a few reflections from a couple of our middle school committee members on the numeracy adoption process. Denise Craven, 6th grade teacher at Blackhawk Middle, shared her appreciation with the process and felt teachers were listened to about the need to pilot and the materials before making the final decision. Noelle Kuklo, 7th grade teacher at Kikianga Middle School, shared that teachers had a great deal of support throughout the pilot and multiple opportunities to voice concerns and opinions throughout the process. Committee members and pilot teachers, Thank you all again for your diligence and dedication to this process. So what are next steps to prepare both staff and students for use of our new resources? Our recommendation for board approval is April 22nd, with understanding that the purchasing will not move forward until we confirm that these resources are on the state approved list expected in May. We are planning now to build capacity with leadership, coaches, and teachers. Currently, a digital sandbox is available to all staff to be able to view instructional materials, teacher resources, and assessments. This summer, we will be working with curriculum writers to align the maps to the iLearn 3-year assessments and creating common assessment guidance to guide instruction. We have scheduled summer PL opportunities for staff to earn a stipend and get trained on the new resources. Training will also occur during the pre-service time next fall. Both vendor and district support will continue throughout the year. Training will focus both on implementation of the new resources as well as instructional best practices and grade level rigor. We will also be making connections to our Schools of Success competencies and guaranteed experiences for K through 8. Thank you again for all who participated in the committee work and pilots. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to our numeracy coordinator, Dave Meyer, or myself, Courtney Lumley.